I have a new book out, Close Your Eyes Visions, but I read some of those poems here last year. So let's take a ride on the New York subway in the years before the pandemic, and then end up in upstate New York, a short distance from here. Subway poem, 3/7/12. Every so often, waiting for the subway, I see someone who died many years ago. 12/13/12, a Paul Auster moment. The woman sitting across from me on the F train to Manhattan is writing in a small notebook the same size as mine. I wonder if she has just written this last sentence in her notebook with a single word change. The man sitting across from me on the F train to Manhattan is writing in a small notebook the same size as mine. I wonder if he has just written this last sentence in his notebook with a single word change. The woman sitting across from me on the F train to Manhattan is writing in a small notebook the same size as mine. ... 1/31/13. Some days I step into the train and see a number of beautiful people distributed throughout the car. Whoever said the world's an ugly place? It's not an ugly place. The world might be a brutal place, but it isn't an ugly place. 3/21/13. When one train runs alongside another underground, the people in the other train seem so unguarded, transcendently unguarded, and yet surely they're no more nor less unguarded than they would be if I didn't see them. It is the observer who makes us seem unguarded. 3/30/14. Have you ever walked into a subway station like this one, Lex Ave and 63rd Street, that's been under reconstruction for years? It was under reconstruction 3 years ago when my mother started dying near here in New York Presbyterian Hospital. It was under reconstruction 2 years ago when my mother died near here in a hospice. How many people's mothers have been dying and died near here while this station has been under reconstruction? It's a crummy place to wait, whether your mother is dying or not, though not so bad a place tonight, a rainy Sunday night at the end of time. 4/3/15. Above, the day. Ahead, hard to say. Either the future or the past. To the left, a hospital. To the right, a leafy street. Above, the day. Ahead, hard to say. 12/15/16. Each day now, as I round the corner onto 7th Ave, the sun shines its giant flashlight in my eyes like an interrogator in a bare room in a 40s cop movie. You know what I'm talking about, Michael, the sun says in a voice dripping with scorn. 11/14/17. We are living in the absolute golden age of footwear. If I run my eye along the floor of the subway car, I can see that every person wears a different style of shoes or sneakers. I wonder how the shoe companies can make money manufacturing so many different styles of shoes, a different style for every person in the world. 2/28/18. Two trains on parallel tracks leave the station at the same time. It can't last. 4/5/18. People glimpsed at the southeast corner of Smith Street and 3rd Street as the F train returns underground. A man, a child, people stripped of detail, individuality. Every man, every child, a few seconds in the allegory. 2/13/19. The sky is so much larger than my thoughts. Why would I ever prefer my thoughts to the sky? 4/23/19. A high percentage of the people on 7th Ave are zombies at 11 a.m. on the Tuesday after Easter and Passover. Does this mean I'm a zombie? What is a zombie anyway? A zombie is a walking dead person. But I'm not walking, I'm running for a train and just make it. A young policeman and police lady talk at the front of the front car. They put an initial damper on things until I listen to their banter. Neither is apparently married. I wonder if they're flirting with each other. I wonder what their assignment is. The cop in me, the cop in my heart, wonders what the real cop's assignment is, as if it matters. There are zombies out today, but not in this subway car. Police scare away zombies, or perhaps zombies don't take the subway. They prefer to be above ground, where they so rarely get to be. 4/26/19. On the Carroll Street platform, the display shows the time down to 100th of a second. Why not 1,000, a 10,000, 100,000, a millionth of a second? Then we will drown in the amount of time passing when no time passes at all. 3/10/20. The first daffodils and myrtle have opened in front of All Saints Episcopal Church. Daffodils and myrtle and coronavirus. It's here too, only invisible, still invisible. And now for the last two poems. We're going to come from upstate New York. Poison ivy. Poison ivy creeps up on you from every direction in the Hudson Valley. That is a subject our illustrious painters and writers have never alluded to the best of my knowledge. One day, you will wake up after an unusually long sleep, 5 or 10 years of sleep, and you will be covered with poison ivy. Poison ivy creeps up on you from every direction in the Hudson Valley. And then the last poem. The clouds over Stissing Lake on Sunday afternoon, August 13, 2017. The clouds take the shape of animals above Stissing Lake today. I have seen lions, elephants, dogs, several different kinds of birds, whales, a stegosaurus. Is that a snake there? I like to think the clouds I don't recognize represent extinct animals. Remember, those extinct animals lived on Earth for a very long time, much longer than we have. How many years did dinosaurs live on this Earth? The clouds had millions of years to take the shape of dinosaurs. How many years did buffalo roam over the land? The clouds have imitated buffalo for millions of years. Even when there are few buffalo, the clouds continue to take the shape of buffalo, and perhaps will continue to do so for millions more years. The clouds preserve the shapes of all the animals that ever lived. Thank you very much.